All right, guys, let's not have a repeat of yesterday with the deaths. But we did have a great stream yesterday. I had a good time. I did edit the deaths. So if you go to the highlight video, or if you go under videos, you'll see the death of an ogre bruiser and the creation of the erudite mystic, and then the death of the erudite mystic and the creation of the erudite illusionist. Yesterday was very eventful on stream and in game, and we had a good time. It was fun. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great Saturday evening. Ours went pretty well. The Southwest Chicken Bake came out amazing. Watched some of the Jaguars and Chiefs game. I was really pulling for the Jags. I'm not really a Jags fan, but just because they were underdog and they weren't supposed to be there in the first place, or not expected to be there in the first place, I was just going for them, and they put up a fight. It was a fun game to watch. I enjoyed it. I was wondering though, if Mahomes would have came out hurt, would the Jags have won? Because that man was playing on a busted ankle for the whole game, so it was interesting. But going to be playing some EQ2 today over on Varsoon, Permadeath rule set in effect. We got a level 7 Illusionist here. We still have 2 more quests to run up in this zone that I know of. There are some droppable quests, but if I don't get them while I'm doing these last 2 quests, we're going to move on over to Freeport. And last night I made a decision. I'm going to go hard mode. We're not going to run Darklight Woods. Okay, so this is going to be rough. It's going to be hard. I'm going to have to do quests like crazy to try to get gear. So I don't want to do Darklight Woods. Frostfang Sea, I probably might as well just stay away from it at this point because none of my characters live through Frostfang Sea apparently. But yeah, we're going to do hard mode with this guy and see what happens. You're welcome to join me if you want to group up and hang out. Welcome to, I'm here. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well. I'm thinking about it, Ezane. Those are still rough as well, though. Oh, the troop died? No. Did you try to do the... What's up, Tempest? Did you try to do the, betrayal quest, Mike? Is that what killed you? I was going to warn you yesterday, but I was like, no, he's pretty good. You're in Darklight Woods at the end? Oh, dang. I've heard the betrayal quest is kind of hard for permadeath characters, and the class race quest for the racial ring. You know what I'm talking about? That one is kind of hard for permadeath characters to run. I had the skeletons around the tower. Oh yeah, that place get ads there quick if you're not careful. I need shells by the Sandstalker Bay for Bobby. Shells things. I remember these. Gotta go underwater for some of them, right? Shell. Should be one over here, I thought. That's a turtle. But sit back, relax, enjoy the stream. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you guys. Grogadoon, Beard, Neil, Ezane, Magic Mike, Tempest. Yeah, you can't let your guard down with Darklight Woods or definitely Frostfang Sea. I think Frostfang Sea is way harder than Darklight Woods. If you're going easy mode, Darklight Woods is like your best bet. You could probably do Starter Isle to like level 2 or 3, then hit up Darklight Woods and it'll be smooth sailing through there. You might catch up on at level quests though, and that could be a pain in the butt if you're not careful, because you'll out level stuff faster than you're questing, or the other way around. The mobs will out level you faster than you can do the quests. That's what I was trying to say. How many ads do I got here? Oh, there's one of our sack. I don't have invis yet, so it makes running for things in here kind of hard. These shells, though. The kanji's not long for this world, I worry. Permadeath, people are like, Permadeath is easy, but once you have a decent rule set, like the community came up with, it makes the game a challenge. And it forces you to learn your characters pretty well. You gotta learn your oh shit spells, you know? Gotta learn your escapes. I'm drowning. Shit. Wasn't paying attention. You gotta learn that not all characters have breathe underwater. Okay. Calm down, Rebus. Just take a deep breath. Let's take a sip of water and let's not kill ourselves in the beginning of the stream. Alright, let's do it again. Return to Bobble. I've discovered the Bladefid ruins. Oh, we got it named. Bladefin. Nice little treasure chest. Loot. Thing that I need. Tory's almost full already. Cool beans. Really need some bags. Did somebody say something in guild? You doing carpenter again, Reeves? I'm not sure yet, Q. I'm actually leaning... Might do... Taylor.
Holy snog ratchets! Excellent! This ship is gonna be magnificent. Here, take this one.
Maybe I can finish the research. He gave me something else. Whip that bad boy. Right, we gotta clean out this inventory. It's getting a little out of hand. Sell anything? This ink sack. I can wear this at 10. I can wear that at 10. Those. Mark those not for sale. Moldering Fist. Bruiser. Oh, thank you, game, for rubbing in my face that I lost my bruiser. Alright. Bang some stuff real fast. Bank. Get rid of it. I don't want to put these on the broker. I don't know. Probably sell them for status or something. These can stay in my inventory. Oh. Well. There. We have a bag here. We got an 8-slot bag. We'll put in equip that. Useless. Okay. We're good on that. Good on that. Good on that. To move bags around. You can make strong boxes, Tempest? I'll take some. They don't have to be the rare ones if you... They don't have to be the rares unless you got an abundance of rares. I do have some rares though, so if you need some, let me know. Those would be... Those. Bone. Might have some bone. Yeah, I do have some bones. I have 7 if you need them. Mitty, I appreciate you for coming in and chatting, but we don't do that here, sir. Not getting to it fast enough. I apologize, chat. I want you guys to see all that. Thank you for stopping by, though, Mitty. Don't be a B-O-T. All right. I need to hunt shoal glider, needlefang, reef turtle, and a sand something. And I need to get bone chips. Oh, I gotta be in the water for this guy. That one. Shoal glider out here. Right. And now I need also needlefang and a sand stalker. I need those out there as well. There's a needlefang. And there's a sand stalker. Sweet. Alright. It's needlefang here. Got him. Easy. I need to take these specimens to All Seeing somebody. Which they are back in the main town. So let's do the bone. Do the skeletons. Dang, you deleted it before I could take advantage of that killer deal. Sorry, Zane. Gotta mez this guy. Down. Two down. And we got a treasure chest. What do we get? Oh, an Inquisitor ability. Damn, this game's really just coming at me in queue like that. Hey, you guys lost your Inquisitor and your Bruiser, huh? Well, here's some abilities for you now that you don't have them anymore. Drusk. What are you doing, man? Defiler. Die, sir. I can't heal you. Should I help him? Oh, he healed. Wait for these skeletons anyways. As down, root. Nice. Big chips. Oh, these respawned already. Run out this way. Good to go. Congrats, Q, on level 6. Got a bone bracelet.
Sweet smell of death. Here, take these coins. This should be more than what the merchant would give you for these beauties.
Very cool. When we bring pizza back to the TOPs. I don't know, man. I mean, technically, you could just open up the browser and set the homepage for Pizza Hut, and there you go, right?
I greet you.
Ding, level 8. Whoop. Ooh, we got a group ability. Very nice. And I think that's all of the quests here. See no more feathers. I think there is a droppable quest over here. Inspect the grave to summon... Not. Alright, well, I guess we go to Freeport. Nothing bad can happen going to Freeport. I'm gonna regret this decision, chat. I can already feel it. But I done said it, so here we go.
Greetings.
Take me to Freeport.
You best be sure to explore the whole island, you
Yeah,
hear?
I did the whole island. It's fine.
Don't you mind?
To Freeport. Freeport 2. The load must be heavy again. Okay, the Jade Tiger's Den and find the door for the basic inn room. On it. What do you got? Upon arriving in the city of Freeport, I was given some advice to seek out someone who will be able to help me get my bearings in the city. If this is a trap of some kind, they'll regret it. But... where's the illusion? Actually, let's do the Jade Tiger first, and then we'll get some... We'll cover our naked body with some stuff. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, you got another quest for me? Sure, I'll take all the quests you guys got. Give me all the XP. All right, click on visit. Do room 1, sure. Oh, we didn't do visit. Visit 1. Oh, wait. Use the room door to enter the inn room. If you do not own one, click on buy option. Bad. Let's name this room YOLO's room for now. Save. It's our house. This is my trick to not dying yet. Lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah. It's good. It's a good one to do because you get the Spirit of the Wolf ability from that. Thank you. Oh, more. Okay, thank you. Place. And because we like stuff big, I'm gonna go that big. Like this is a good location for this. Get your head on that. What else do I got? Table. Anything else? Got a candle. Whoop. For that. Place this book on the big old table that we got. Place. We have bookcases in here? No. There's a bookcase? Set it on here. No, probably don't want to put a book next to the fire. That seems like a bad idea. Okay. Those are done. We need to speak with our Azarina in North Freeport house. Let's do this. Maggie. Let's see. These are is over here. I run, and I run. Still running. Made it to the Academy of Arcane Science. Hello. Thank you. Hello, can I be? Yep, okay, this is the race quest. Fine. Be fine. Where's the Illusionist? What's up, Beatrive? How's it going? Sorry if I mispronounced your username there.
What's that?
Warlock trainer, wizard trainer,
Need something.
coercer. What? Where's the Illy? Romancer. There it is. Hey, thank you for that follow. Welcome. All right, we got Adornment Reclamation. Bind Sight is a level 5 ability. Binds the caster's sight to the target, stuns caster. Sure. Do we want the Legacy set? Or do we want the... nah, that one probably looks better. Awfully glowing pearl. This pearl gives off a faint warm glow. It is said that these pearls contain the essence of a fall. Can't get any of the illusions yet. Do I want this set or do I want the Legacy set? Guess this one. The best looking one. Unpack. Put that in appearance to cover up our ugly body. Describe that, even though we don't necessarily need it right now. feel like I'm falling behind. I'm level 16 and all my quests are 19 to 20. Yep, that's what happens in Darklight Woods. I saw the new 2023 roadmap included a new TLE PvP server, so I've been refreshing my memory of EQ2. Is Varsoon the current TLE? Yes. The thing is, we also have a PvP TLE right now. It's Terranax. It's just not very populated. So you can actually hop on Terranax right now and make, if you have all access, and make a character there and kind of get the vibe of PvP. It's just there's not a lot of people playing on it because it's just PvP is only usually popular for like the first month, if that, and then it slows down pretty low. But yeah, Varsoon is the newest TLE, so there's that. They've been keeping a PvP TLE and then a PvE TLE, and they've been cycling them out pretty good, so it's been nice. I usually make a character on each just to, you know, ride the hype. Did you miss one of the quest hubs, maybe? Oh, is that the common or Darklight Woods? I don't think so. I've been over the whole zone where it says it's common here. I guess it can be because you get more experience for the quest than you do. Like, I remember in Darklight Woods, like, I didn't run the Darklight Woods timeline until I was like 6 or something. I had to run a lot of gray quests to catch up with things, but it helps in the long run. But you get to that level like 16, 17 range, and it's hard to do some of the mobs because they're like orange, you know, and you get resists and all that stuff. Declawing the Kara. Stone Stair by the byway, or using the spiritual magic to attack the Erudite kin. Okay. We'll see if we can do this. This is that. Actually don't want to do this until 10. I mean, we can try. Where's it have me going? Stone by the stairway. It's over there. We'll see. We'll try it. This is for the racial ring. I forgot that you get this quest right at the beginning. It's just usually it's a little harder for Permadeath characters than it would be for like retail or normal PvE. Need to go into this one, right? Yeah. You just try going to Freeport and running it in and out every building for discovery experience. Good call, Tempest. Yep. Yeah, so like when I got stuck like that, Neil, I would just go run Common Lands quests for a little bit. Like some of the lower level Common Lands stuff, like the green quests, and just run those. And then hop back into Darklight Woods to finish it. Or you could try getting a group, I guess. But it's really up to you. Like a group in Wailing Caves. Actually, 16, you could probably go over to Fallen Gate. I don't know. Oh, just don't run up there, Revis. Jeez. Need to kill Kieran's. Oh, these are like high-level Kieran's. One-ups. No, 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 no. Did I just attack that Erudite? all gray. On, why are you gonna go down there? Sin, what's going on? Why are you in those quests? Because decided not to run Darklight Woods. Sin. Those things are notorious for killing people. Yeah. I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm a veteran, okay? I got this. Q and guild chat. I knew I shouldn't have done this. Illies are just as OP as necromancers in my opinion too, so the only thing that Illy's missing is a life tap. Rats Neil on 17. With they can solo a lot for sure, yeah. Life tap won't save you there, yeah. Rith, thank you for that follow. Welcome. Appreciate you. Happy Sunday. Did I destroy that already? Just not letting me target it. Done with those. I just need one more of the pillar items. Back here. Now we can go return. How did I get in here? City of Freeport. 3 of them. Jeez. Freddy, what's going on, Freddy? Doop doop doo doo. Bummer on the bruiser. Yeah. Still hurts. Not just a bruiser. We lost a berserker and an inquisitor. All mid-levels. Well, the berserker was 26 or 27. Inquisitor was 40 something. Bruiser was 40 something. It's half a group right there. It's gone. From one named. First one done. Second one on the way. Gather inanimate skeletons from the grave mounds. Gonna go to the graveyard. Okay. Long Shadow. Beggar's Court. Long Shadow. Scale Yard. Temple Street. Big Bend. Where's the graveyard at again? Okay. Oh, we gotta take a bell to the graveyard.
What's that?
Interesting. It was, Freddy. Hey, Mr. Steel Rose, what's going on? Yeah, we lost our bruiser last night, or yesterday afternoon. The respawn was ridiculous. What happened there? It let me click on that from this far away. Oh, because I did there. Just been close. There we go. Then my mystic death was just silly. I was... Will this kill me if I jump off here? How much hit points do I have? 193. I'm not gonna risk it. Usually I would just jump off that, but I'm afraid it would kill me. It's the mortal coil is ever present, especially when low level. Yep. Everything wants you to die as quickly as possible. You go to the graveyard. Fall damage in the city. You are correct. I always thought fall damage did a percent of health, not flat damage. You are correct. Fall damage is a city at that. It's percent based. Oh, did not know that. Ooh, another quest. Hail, fair adventurer.
And who might you be? You mean to allow this? I do not. Many age this as the old, as I calling the one in the final. Realize this graveyard now houses the by order of the Overlord. The tomb. I wouldn't trust anyone. Good. I knew you would make the smart choice. The Overlord will have.
Okay. Ease. How long it's a long time since I've been in the graveyard. Where are these skeletons at? Requires a certain amount of progress, okay. Alright, so now we just need to gather inanimate skeletons from the graveyard mounds. Okay, graveyard mounds. This guy's got a repeatable. Hmm. Those are the mounds. Okay, I see him. I see him. A disturbed skeleton. Okay, he's... Oh, okay. Got it. Killing named is extra fun with KOS? Yeah. He's kind of hurt. Oh, that one didn't attack me. Up 10. Up. Call it hacks. Reem got Illusionist and Q got Necro. Hey. It was on stream. Everybody saw the rolls. You got the right race though for Necromancer, in my opinion. Rolls can be fudged. Did we see the rolls though? True. Yeah, Erudite is a solid race for Mage too, yep. This quest sucks. Five out of 10. Nice. Seven. Sweet. Oh, hold on. Awesome. Sweet. Examine, accept. Examine, begin the study. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, Tempest. If anybody is wondering what just happened here, Tempest is another Permadeath character, and we can accept handouts from other Permadeath characters that are within the guild. So he just made us some boxes to help us with our leveling experience. Appreciate that. Still need 2 more of these mounds. What's up, T Bobby? Gifts, not handouts. Sorry. They are gifts. You're right, Q. My bad. One more. Skeleton is attacking me. On, just give me the freaking update already. What happened? Heroic Croc decided to jump my little gnome self as I was dealing with a group of crocs. Nice. Bloody robe. Hell yeah. What's it look like, though? Is it bloody? It's pink. It looks pink. I guess it could be bloody. Should probably wash that first. Nice. Come on, quest update. What's up, Darko? We get water breathing? Because I almost drowned earlier and I did not realize that I had... Oh, we do. Look at that. Almost drowned earlier and I didn't realize that I had water breathing. What else do we get? Oh, we got Falling from Grace too? What else? Look at Bobby. Being all knowledgeable. What else do we get? Don't have mount yet. Cool. Erudite's OP, I guess. Alright, so that one's done. I did have a question here where I need to check the tomb of Sir Peenan. And then I need to recover holy relics from grave robbers. So, sir, oh, that's it, sir. Right here. Ew. Take note of it. Okay. Next is Sir Braille. Do 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 do. Take note of it. Okay. Halligan. There's a shiny up there on the roof of this house. Can I get that? Mm. Determined now. You can find a way to get that shiny. Yeah, maybe I can't get that shiny. Jump up like up on the wall here. It's just out of reach to get higher. Come on. Well, I give up. Defeated me. Need this one? Okay. That one yet. I missed this one. Where was this one at? Down here. In Stonewall Highlands, there's many Shadow Knight Erudite, kind of overpowered, really. Oh, oh, oh! Oof, okay. Blade of the Traitor. Then we need Arlen. Good old Arlen. Okay, and now we need Grave Robbers. Try up here. Watch them be orange. Oh, they're in there? What? Like an underground thing in here, maybe? Check over in this one. Yellow, oh, yeah. We should go that way. It's open. Maybe they're just not spawned here right now. Oh, up here at night. What time is it? It is 6:46 p.m. in game, so maybe soon. Enemy, okay. It fooled me. Looks like a zombie. That's ravenous. Alright, let's go turn in the one quest then, I guess. Can't get back there yet. That's too much. They're yellow, orange. That would be a little intense. What's up, Zath? Going pretty good, man. Going pretty good.
Back so soon? I am pleased to hear that you fulfilled skeleton fast. Dericus to Kerr is the go now.
I have a friend that wants 150 Daybreak cash, but cash you can't get less than $10 worth. What would be the best way if you used a chrono? Could he sell the chrono, use it to get Daybreak cash? No, the chronos are only for redeeming 30 days playtime or selling for in-game plat. Just to get 150 Daybreak cash, I actually don't know if you can do that. I think you'd have to buy the you'd have to buy that default amount. You do get 500 Daybreak cash for one chrono. Oh, I didn't know that, Sin. The monthly redeem if they're sub, right? Is that what you're saying? Need to speak with Vacus to Kerr. Graveyard. Get back there. Check these grave robbers and see if they're up. What's this? Can't click on it. Don't see him. Alright, so this quest is just a repeatable one anyways. I'm gonna delete it. Need it. That's complete. That's complete. I don't know if I can get back here to that guy, but we're gonna try. I'm not if you're sub to the game, you get 500 Daybreak cash every month. You have to do all access claim. But I don't know. But since saying the chrono, he thinks the chrono gives you 500 Daybreak cash as well. Be careful here because I'm just like running around. That's 5-1. Careful, these are not aggroable. I have a turn in right here.
Yes? What is it? Well, that all... Though the keeper... I had no idea this matter was so urgent to the Overlord. Please, Hero of Freeport.
I need some gear, guys. Could you give me some gear? There we go. That's shitty gear. Thank you. Other quest in here. Let's kill some of these dead knights, I guess. Undo the yellow ones. Too many resists. Oh, the mercenary for healing? Yeah. Ding. Level 9. No, you're good, Zath. I'm just trying to understand. So he's wanting, yeah, so you can use Daybreak Cash to basically activate the Merc from anywhere, so you don't have to like run and go get the Merc. Yeah. What's up? Thank you for the 12 months, dude. That's a full year of support. Appreciate you, Tup. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Other than 5 inches of snow so far, it's good. Nice. We don't got any snow. It's been rainy. About it, though. Yeah, things are good. I don't know if I need this ability. How long does this charm? I don't have charm. Never mind. Bursers are charm. Dead. Trying to find out the cheapest way to spend the least amount of money to get the Daybreak coin. I could PayPal my friend and get it. I wish he could just gift Daybreak Cash, but they make so much money from it. Yeah. I guess, I mean, I don't know about buying the Chrono and that I don't know. Does that come with 500 Daybreak Cash as well? I didn't realize that if it did. What's up, Bolt? How's it going, Nachos? Valgron says only guy that streams EQ2 on Twitch. I don't think so. Pretty sure other people stream EQ2 as well. Bearded Cutie says, "Oh my god, so long since I played this game. Love it. It's a fun one. When you use the Chrono, it's like renewing a sub, so you do get 500. Okay, yeah. So how much is, and to buy 500 Daybreak Cash is what? $10? Perma. Perma, did you die? Sin. Oh crap. My chat was scrolled up. What the fuck? Oh, we lost Perma. Okay. So Perma needs a reroll. Alright. If you guys don't know what's going on right now, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. We are running a permadeath challenge over on Varsoon server. Varsoon is a time-locked expansion server. TLE. The community and I have a guild over here that's called You Live Only Once is the name of the guild, and we play characters until they die. And when they die, we have to delete them. There's a few caveats to this. One being, if you die inside of a group in a dungeon and the healer can res you at the time of death in that group, you don't have to delete your character. But if you die outside of a group, or if the group wipes in a dungeon, then you have to delete your character. Sin, or aka Perma, just died on their Gnome Fury, which was level what? Sin? 40 something, right? 45? The highest level I've made is 41. Yeah, Nachos, the monk died yesterday. Me, Q, 47. Damn, Sin. Me, Q, and Grug died in ROV. We were hoping Grug get some levels, and there was a weird respawn that happened at one of the name spawns. So like we were gonna kill the named. We had the named dead to rights, but then the zone, like all the mobs around us, started to spawn real fast, and we all died, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I got you, son. I know exactly which quest you're talking about too. The where you have to electrify the beetles or something like that. It's rough. So this is gonna be death number 7 for Perma. Let's go ahead and roll him a new character real fast. All right, Perma, you're going to be playing as a Halfling Paladin. You're going to be playing as a Halfling. It's not a bad roll. Not a bad roll. The other major caveat to our permadeath roll is nobody gets to pick what they're playing. The randomizer I built picks the race and the class for everybody. So when you die, we roll you a character on stream, and that's what you end up playing until you die. So sorry to see the Gnome Fury go away there, Perm, but you did roll a Halfling Paladin to make up for it. So there is that. Darkest Koala, can I use a character you use random? You want me to just roll you a character non-permadeath? I can do that if you really want. Is that what you're asking? I don't have the generator though. I don't have that public. That's just something that I have access to. This is going to be my class. You main paladin? Nice, Sen. Okay, okay. Can you guys give me can you guys give the inventory to a friend on permadeath, or do you have to delete the assets too? Yeah. Okay, so when you die, Zath, you have to delete your character at the time of death. So like you have to hit revive and then delete your character. We can share stuff, but you're gonna want to bank often. So like before you go into a dungeon, you're gonna want to go to your shared bank, because that shared bank is what gets passed down to your next of kin kind of scenario. You know what I mean? So you want to bank often. You'll see us banking our money into the shared bank, and sometimes collections, resources, and stuff like that we'll put in our shared bank. So if we do die, we're not losing totally everything. But you can't do it after you die. So when you die, you have to click revive, /camp, and delete your character. So now some people have decided to not delete their characters, and then they just remove that character from the permadeath trial. So there is that trial permadeath thing. Right now our guild is only permadeath, but we have talked about maybe opening it up to everybody just to have a home, and then I'll set up ranks for the permadeath people, so we know who's permadeath and who's not permadeath kind of scenario. I just haven't done that yet. Could you then buy, say, extra bigger bags or something so you keep your shared bank, so that in the event of death you can have some kind of resource to fall back on? We have had crafters do that. So like that's what I did on my carpenter. I made extra boxes and put them in my shared bank to pass down to a new character whenever I died. Unfortunately, I died right after I grabbed those bags, so I didn't have any extras this time. But you can do that. You just can't buy them off the broker because it's one of the rules is you can wear what you loot, quest, or craft. So we have made some changes to the broker stuff, so you can buy resources from the broker. You can buy recipes from the broker, but not actual spells, even though that's been up for debate as well. Just because it's hard to get people. Like we have crafters for pretty much all the roles, I think. Well, most of the roles, the important ones. But sometimes it's hard to do that. Guild for Skyfire? No, I don't have a guild on Skyfire. The only servers I've been playing on right now are Halls of Fate and then Varsoon. I do have characters on every server though. I just don't have any access to any guild or anything on the other servers. Oh, you can see a full list of rules. I got you right here. The roster. This also has the roster for the guild, but I actually haven't updated the roster in a bit. So you'll see a bunch of character names on there and a bunch of played times, but those are all incorrect. I do update the counts there for deaths and stuff like that. But yep. One day we'll get a hardcore rule set for EQ2, huh, chat? We'll do a TLE where it's just hardcore rule set. When you die, it's just instant delete regardless. Wouldn't that be fun? Permadeath. Every mob in the game is triple up. Right? That'd be some Nikes right there. Doing beetle herding. Dropped over the dune and bam, dead. This weekend needs a reroll. Q says wizard. Perma, got you. Gold invite Perma. Permadeath on the new PvP? I'm telling you, nah, I don't know, man. That's kind of rough. I'm terrible at. I'd be deleting. I'd run through all the races, all the classes pretty quick. If I did that. Brent only plays on Skyfire, and I've known him for years. I really play in other games. I know it's a challenge. I just can't do it. Pretty impressive that you could do what you do as a streamer, Rebus. Thank you, Zath. I appreciate you, man. I get that though. You got to play with your friends. That's the whole point of the game. You always play. Oh, these are. Why are these white? All of these just went to KOS. Interesting. Bearded Cutie, thank you for that follow. Oh, no. Okay. So just add the caveat, no permadeath due to PvP related. Yeah, we just have to have a way of tracking the deaths to PvP. Because when we look up the characters on EQ2 players, it will only show deaths. It doesn't count what you died from. So we would, well, I guess it does track PvP deaths. I think, does it? Actually don't know if it does or not. How are Mar Ruins pictures? Careful. Here, Rebus. I knew he was breaking soon. It does track death? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. That was... Either I'm not paying attention there, or that was a lot harder than it was supposed to be. Oh, there's a named. Oh, shit. Why is my pet breaking mez? Blessed. Okay. Out. Have tracking? Nice. About the only thing in the racial tree that is good, though. Alright, let's go talk to... Do we need... yeah. Yeah, graveyard was getting a little tricky there. For some reason, those all turned... I guess maybe it was it nighttime? Yeah, maybe the undead becomes aggro at nighttime? Because they weren't aggro originally when I ran through there. Okay, not where I thought it was. Halfling is very scout healer heavy with racials. Well, you're a paladin, so time to buckle up. I have a low level warden if we wanted to form in a group. I wanted to get to 10 before I started grouping, but I mean, we could if we want. I'm level 9 if we want to go to like Wailing Caves. Down. Perma said I'm level 2, so no. I want to live. Wait, that was it? Maybe I gotta be higher level before I can get the next quest. And I'm going to Common Lands now if anybody wants to join me in Common Lands. Or we can run, we could do sewers. Want to do sewers? Isn't there like a real low level sewers or something around here? I think it's safer just to wait till everybody gets 10 and then we group. I think that's the safe bet. Perma said, you know, I might have to trade this to an SK. Forgot my taunts have no damage. Yeah, but you got heals, Perma. You got heals. So do SKs. True. Do SKs get group heals, though?
Well met.
Yellow. Go.
Well met.
What's up, Johnny? How's it going, sir? Thank you for the socials. Appreciate that. Doing absolutely no damage to this stuff. Ooh. That was a long fight. Also, I find SK life taps to be better at lower levels, not to mention they get feign death. True. True, true, true. Sweet. Oh. Don't really want that. What are you up to? Just leveling this new Permadeath character, Johnny. We lost the Bruiser yesterday. And then we lost a Mystic. We had 2 deaths in the stream yesterday. So what did you get with, what level did you get with your previous character? Previous character was level 4. The one before, the highest level character I've had doing this Permadeath bearded is, level 41. Neil, this is part of the, this is part of Dark UI, I think. This isn't part of the standard UI. Yeah, Sin just lost his level 47 character. So like these buttons on the side here, these hotkeys, these are for, this is part of Dark UI. And then you have to, like you can go in here in Dark UI, there's like this little teal button. You click on that, you can go to settings and change the layout mode of your group window, and it has different sizes, different formats, and stuff like that. Was the past death was the most painful when you had to delete the character? I think, my Necromancer, the first one, my first character in Permadeath was probably the hardest, and that one was level 29. But we died in such a, like, I died. There was 3 of us in the group. I died. The other 2 lived. That one hurt the most because they weren't healers, so they couldn't res me. So I still had to delete my character. That was Nid and Jorm. And it was just a bad pull, and I thought we were going to live through it, and my life tap got resisted at the end, so it didn't heal, and I was dead. And we could have evac'd. We had an evac too, and we didn't evac. Nid didn't hit the button fast enough. Well, he hit the button fast enough, it just took too long to cast. Yeah, they evac'd and left me there, yeah. Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough one. That one hurt. That was the first death at level 29. If it helps, that Tune of Mine died too, yeah. At a later point, yeah. Where do you get Dark UI? I have EQ2 maps only installed. You can get Dark UI from, I think I got the link in here in the command. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Dark UI is my interface. And that one that I linked there, the unified one, comes with EQ2 maps. So. Let me know if that link doesn't work anymore or something. Sometimes they change it. I usually don't recommend people to try custom interfaces until they find a need or find a want from the interface that the original doesn't do. So, for instance, that Neil was asking about the hotkeys on the left of the group windows here that you can set for cures and heals and stuff like that. That's a need that you would want from your interface, so that makes sense to reach out and try to find an interface that can provide that. If there's nothing particular you need in an interface, just use the default. It's easier. If you have EQ2 maps, you're good. But if there's certain things from an interface that you want, then it makes sense to download and make the change. My need, when I decided to go for a custom interface, was the trade skill window. The original trade skill, well, it might have changed now, I guess. But the original trade skill window only had the recipes or the status, like the progress stuff. So you would have the recipes, and then you would hit create, and then this side would come up. Dark UI puts it all in one thing, so I have the recipes, and then I have my progress on this side. And I don't know if they've added that to the default interface or anything like that. You only use gear we find in appearance, right? No buying from other loyalty. If you can buy it in the game, that's fine. I just didn't want people to use market money for appearance gear and then have to delete your character. I didn't want you to use Daybreak Cash. That's basically what it came down to. If you want to use, you can buy whatever appearance gear you want. I know there's a rule on the thing for that. I just haven't changed it or updated it, I should say. What's up, Dustin? How's it going, dude? What level was the bruiser? How'd he die? He got to level 41. And we died in ROV. We were grouped up with Grug, mentored Grug to get him some levels in ROV. We're just doing some experience. We didn't have any DPS joining. We even reached out and looking for group and all that. And we were just for slow crawling through ROV. We got to a certain location where there was a named. We did our clear for the name, pulled the name, but as we were fighting the named, our DPS was just too slow, and mobs respawned on the table, and he eventually died. You want to see, I made a highlight of the death if you want to see it. Share it for you. Give me the link. Yeah, died mentored down. It hurts. That's what. And unfortunately, that is not the first time I've done that with Grug. That's how we lost our paladin, was mentored as well. Helping Grug level and fucking, what was the name of that? Not Butcher Block. Blackborough. What's up, Chris? How are you doing, sir? Happy Sunday. I was doing the EvenCon Rattlers, but apparently... Oh, there's one. I mean, you said the link you offered had EQ2 maps with it. Do you have an option not to install it again? I'm not sure on that, Zath. I don't know. I've never done it that way. Okay, Tempest says yes, there's a checkbox that you can opt out of. Oh, no, you're fine, Zath. Questions help. Questions help dead air, man. That's for sure. Plus, I always learn stuff from you guys. Sometimes I'll answer stuff and people will be like, Revis, excuse me, that's incorrect. It's actually 2 steps to the right. Okay? And so then I learn. When is the next expansion for Varsoon? I haven't seen a date on that. Does anybody know? No, we got Kingdom of Sky, what, 3 weeks ago? Or has it been longer? April is EOF. Thank you, Magic Mike. Also, do I have to have all the ingredients with me on character to craft, or can you craft it in the bank? You have to have all the I have to have, unless you're in a guild hall that has depots, Zath, you have to have them on you. If you're in a guild hall that has depots for crafting materials, then you can craft without them on you. Does that make sense? All right, turn this in. I need to collect gnarled carrion hound ears.
Hello.
Need to collect 6 small emerald beetle shells. All right. These beetles mean business. KOS mid-content is probably February 1st, but not confirmed. Do you know which expansion activates the AA slider? Do we not have the AA slider now? We don't. It'd be EOF. Magic Mike says. The rules list says limited broker purchases. Can you still sell looted items on the broker? You can sell whatever you want on the broker. We just didn't want people twinking themselves out from the broker. So no buying gear or spells from the broker. I mean, it is still pretty hard to twink a character out in EQ2, but, I mean, people can do it. We got broken harness. What quest is that again? Training. Is that worth it? That was some heroic characters. Heroic mobs, if I remember. about purchasing rares and contracting a crafter outside the guild to craft a spell or gear? You can do that. That's fine. Or trade. You know, that's all good. Or farming rare mats and then contracting a player card. That's fine too. You can do that. Are you speccing your AA different when playing Permadeath? We talked about maybe limiting the AA use, but it really, for TLE, AA doesn't become as OP for lower level characters until Shadow Odyssey, maybe? I don't know. We haven't, originally, when we planned Permadeath community and this run, we planned it for a live server. So we had no mercenaries. We had limited AA until your level. So if you were level 35, you can only use level 35. You can only use 35 AA points. Since TLE launched and we decided to run this challenge on TLE, we haven't really talked about AA. Right now, it's just use it as you get it. We don't have any until it becomes to a point where, you know, AA is keeping people from dying. It's not really a big deal. Thought we decided except for druids, or for self-resing, we're not doing any self-resing. So don't use AA points for self-resing. Thought we decided to harvest rares, not buy them for gear. Did we? I honestly don't remember, Sin. I just think if we can buy, you know, materials off the broker, rares should be included in that. I mean, we can't transfer money down, okay, to your permadeath characters. You can't transfer money from a main character to your permadeath character, okay? So there's none of that. So if you can buy the rares off the broker with the earned coin that you have, I don't see your earned permadeath coin. I don't see a problem with it myself. Now, if the community thinks that's, you know, too OP, we can change that rule and say no rares off the broker. But I feel like money is really hard to come by on a permadeath roll, even with banking every gold that you get. I mean, my shared bank has 3 plat, and I've had 11 deaths, so 11 different characters, and I've made 3 plat. For the sake of knowing low-level population, can you check how many are in Common Lands? I mean, Common Lands isn't really good because Common Lands quest timeline is pretty shitty, but there are 7 people in Common Lands right now. If you wanted to check low-level population, you want to look in Darklight Woods and Frostfang Sea, which Frostfang yesterday had 17 people in Frostfang, and that was midday. Usually evening time Eastern, you see a bit of a bigger population jump on the server. Just saying, Ogre Paladin is the best. I've had 2 ogres in my permadeath run so far. Alright, those are done. $15 in Frostfang right now. Anybody in Darklight Woods can do a /enter.
Hello.
This one's 12. Yeah, hyenas. We need to collect armadillo hides. Common Lands and Anatonica are more fun. They're definitely more nostalgic. I don't know about fun. The Common Lands quest timeline sucks. It really is just... There's almost no gear from it. The loot table in Common Lands isn't the greatest either. But they are super nostalgic, both Common Lands and Antonica. The environments are very immersive. The music in them is good. Ten in Darklight Woods. Are there multiple Darklight Woods, or is it just one? I like the old zones more because of nostalgia, but yeah, slower. It's a lot of hyenas up there. Are they social? No. Yep. Running. Running. Right here and wait for my wait for Finkel to die. Why are there 3 now? All right. So, note to self, the hyenas are social, so we'll have to pull them way back. There's no getting too close to them. Mr. Steel Rose says Common Lands timeline is bad, but I remember doing at least 120 quests in that zone. You will do 120 quests, but like I'm comparing it to Darklight Woods when they added like the hubs and the full sets of gear. In Darklight Woods, you go through 2 sets of gear and it ends with a mount. In Common Lands, I don't think you end with a full set of gear or a mount. You can do every quest in Common Lands, and I don't know if you get every piece of your inventory filled up. In Darklight Woods and Frostfang Sea, you go through at least 2 sets of gear, I think. Maybe 3. It could be 3. Sushi Cat, what's going on? Anyone know if the Terranax server is still strongish or if they plan for a new PvP server? They do plan on a new PvP TLE, which is going to be in April, I think. I don't know about the population right now. Towards the end of this stream, I can sign over there and we'll just take a peek at the population if you want. If you're going to hang out for a little bit. If you're not going to hang out for a little bit, I can do it right now if you want me to pop over there real quick. I do have a level 72 Defiler there. I can just log into him and take a peek. I know last time I played, it was kind of slow. I think I was in Kailong Plains and there was like me and 2 other people maybe, and they were there hunting me. So. One to 10 and 20. Oh, 1, 10, and 20. Yep, you're right, son. But Common Lands doesn't have that same kind of equipment progression. You know what I mean? Neither does Antonica that I remember. Now, maybe if you're killing named, you could probably get a full set. But just quest-wise. Busted. Need 15 of these. That'd be brutal. Quest hubs are oh, sorry. Nah, don't go out of your way to do that. If you're planning one for April, then I'll be there. Hell yeah, they're doing one in April, I think. I think that was on the roadmap. They haven't released like the rule set for it though. Same for the new, same yeah. Same, they haven't released a rule set for it that I know of. The original, honestly, they need to redo those quests to update the zone to grant a set. Yeah, I think so too. The original quest zones, that is. Every zone is a quest hub, to be honest. True, 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 true. Quest hubs are a boring concept to me. I think they can be boring if they're done lazily. I think from an outside, like trying to reset my brain and go into not have done. That doesn't sound like proper English. Doing Dark Light Woods or Frostwing Sea for the first time goes really well. It's when you do it multiple times over multiple characters, not having done. Thank you, Cumulo. Doing it multiple times on multiple characters, it doesn't feel good, right? But if you've done it for the, if it's your first time doing it, it feels fine and it feels good. Like I feel like it's a good introduction to the game. What I don't like about those zones is that the quest hubs themselves are so together. Like I feel they should make the progression a little bit more seamless. That makes sense? I think that's what Mr. Steel Rose is hinting at as well. Haven't completed. Good one, Zath. Spread it out. Let me explore. True. As it currently sits, pushes everyone into particular areas as they level. Yeah. All right. Pull one of these back. Just body pull this one. Body pulling on a caster is not fun. These things are ruthless. Honestly, thinking about it, I wish others would be more like, Call? What's Call? That one truly lets you just go out and explore. What's Call? Am I... That doesn't sound familiar to me. Thrumplate is up. It's a named. It's a 1-up. Level 10. Alright, own me. $15. Oh, you're talking about the event server. Hill Drackle. That's right. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, I think if they can somehow incorporate that into a retail server, that would help with the population and the incoming new players. when, and a lot of people don't agree with it though either, because it kind of treats Kale Drackle has everybody starts off, everybody's just one level in Kale Drackle, and you scale to the content of the zone that you're in. So every time you zone into a zone, everything's at your level. And your gear, your AA, your spells, it all scales. There's a certain rule set for each zone basically that it scales to. And I think it's done very well on Kale Drackle. I just wish there was something they could somehow incorporate that into maybe a TLE or something, because then you're not having to worry about out leveling content or staying, getting behind people or anything like that. Everybody can just play the game. Shit, we got one more. It's here. It's only 5 out of 15. Chat. This is really slow rolling here. The perception system in Pantheon seems nice. I don't think I've seen that yet. Honestly, I'd like to see the game still have leveling, but if you go back to old zones, it scales to you. That's what I meant. Sen, sorry, I didn't word it. I didn't say it all. I was thinking it. Like, I think we should still have the normal leveling progression. I just say, instead of mentoring, everybody just goes to the, so once you get to max level, if you want to go back and run the Common Lands content, you just go back to Common Lands. You don't have to go mentor. You don't have to find somebody to mentor. Just go back and you can do groups. So for the people that do get to max level and then go run lower level dungeons with groups, there's no mentoring. You just join the group and it's that level. So make the whole game agnostic? I guess, right? There should still be leveling. Like, you still want to level because that's what people enjoy about MMOs is building your character, right? But in EQ2's case, like, one of the most common things people say about the game is population. I go to the old zones and there's nobody in them. And that's mainly because nobody wants to, even at mentor level, you're still one-shotting things. When they did the Kale Drackle server, it helped with, there's no one-shotting anything. Everything you were still fighting things pretty well. And if there's a way to bring people into old content without having them, make a certain build just to be able to not one-shot things, I think people would play some of the older content more. Also, maybe give the people that raid or something like that some kind of currency to earn for playing old content with new players or something. Be interesting as well. Come on, you gotta pull them down here. There's gonna be respawns. Shit. Take it. Very ballsy, Finkel. Well, leveling also lets you learn the character. You really don't want to jump into a character at max level. Yes. Yeah. It's a large learning curve to do that. And don't make high-level characters so strong when scaled down. For that reason, the same mentoring directly is kind of a pain. Unless the person in the level go down to, yeah. Does it with the roulette. You get scaled down to whatever dungeon you can randomly get as a currency for it. It keeps those lower level dungeons populated for newer level. Yeah. So if you haven't played on the Kale Draco server, it's still there. I'd highly recommend checking it out because like they've found, I think they found the correct recipe for scaling, because it's not like scaling on retail or live. Because even if you mentor on retail or live, you're still doing insane amount of damage because of stats. With Kale Draco, they found a way to have like a rule set for each zone or zones that when you scale, everything is like downclocked or it's got the right percentages for use. So everything still is a challenge to fight. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's really close. And I think if they could somehow work that system in with some kind of progression leveling system, and so like once you get to level 50, you can still level 1 through whatever, and then if you're 50, there's no mentoring or any of that. You just go down to the zone that you want to play. Am I saying that right, chat? I think I'm a little all over I feel like I'm all over the place. Shit. Touch me. I said no. What just happened? Jesus Christ. What the frick? I'm sorry, chat. What was that? Oh. What did I miss? Hold on. For that reason, seems mentoring. Okay, read that. Read that. I wish that just to have could mentor yourself directly from the interface. Yes. So you have right now. You have to use the Chronomancer to mentor. Sin says, Orius, I meant to ask, before you are out for the day, mind logging into Katie and letting me call to you in Lava Storm? Sure. And LS. I don't remember where I'm at. I can, yeah. Sure. From what I've read, the Draco server starts everyone at max level, though. I think it's better to level normally. Well, the Kill Draco server it was a test for the scaling system. Everybody started at 90, but the whole goal for that server was collecting achievements. The more achievements you got, the higher score you were. That was the farther up on the leaderboards you were. That was the whole thing for that zone. There was no progression on the server. There was some type of gear progression where you would loot certain dropped gear, and then you could upgrade that gear by crafting. But leveling was not a thing on Kale Draco. They didn't want people to level, basically. It was all about achievements. Trivial content makes for boring gameplay. True. Just kind of aggravating to get but from what I read, that kind of aggravating having to go to like Freeport each time to adjust a level if you're power level and want to go back. You can do it from a guild hall, so if your guild hall has a Chronomancer, you can do it from there. But yeah, I get it. Makes sense. I could be wrong though. I haven't played in years. Just been reading up on stuff. No, you're all good, Travi. No, you're right. You're right. Us on EQ level up. Ding as my ringtone. Nice. Used to use my level up. Yeah. Or whatever that zone is on Lava Storm. Need someone with a porter unlocked so I can. Yeah. Okay, I got you, Sen. KD has more of a proof of concept for the zones being viable. Yep. Yeah, KD felt almost like a live experiment is what KD felt like. And I remember saying this when we first started playing on Kale Draco. I'm excited to see what they do with that, like where they can go from there. Because it definitely seemed very experimental, and I don't know if they got enough feedback to make it, a priority kind of system, but it was I thought it was really good. I liked where they were going. Okay, so we got some AA points apparently there. We got character development. Increases intelligence, which is more damage, or wisdom, which is more power. We got mind over matter, increases administration and defense. Disruption and subjugation. Increases ability mod. Casting speed, I think is what I'm going to go for. Casting speed. Focus. Those. Alternate advancement. We got 6 points to use here, huh? Stamina and intelligence of caster grants mana flow castable ability. Stamina's hit points, intelligence is damage. So I guess that makes sense to go ahead and just throw all our points into this. I'll probably change that up later. Applies mana flow on termination, increases power of target by 40%, increases power of caster by 40%. Mana flow cannot be cast if it has already active on ally. 30 seconds. It's a weird buff. Coffee Badger, what's going on, man? Happy Sunday. Is it just power feed? Actually, might do that different. I have to look up Illy builds. Alright, now that I'm level 10, where do y'all go after finishing Darklight Woods or Frostfang? Usually it's grouping. Half Zane. Grouping until I feel safe in Neck Forest. Oh shit. Chat, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab another beer, and I need to do some crafting, if I'm honest. And I know you guys are probably like, but I can already tell not having the proper amount of gear slots is affecting my ability to live. So, probably gonna go tailor on this guy so I can make myself at least a full set of this stuff. Alright, chat. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Chat, sorry about that. I am back. I missed you coming in, man. I know I read your message, but I didn't read your username. Sorry. Thank you, Tempest. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we're level 10. I got 45 minutes. I mean, if we wanted, how many people would we got? Use 9. Perma's 4. Let me promote Perma here. Got a 38, 22. It's a decent group right there. Once Perma gets up. Halfway to 10. Gotcha. Execution Plaza. Can I start the crafting timeline in here? Does anybody know? Can't remember. This person's got a quest.
You're looking for work from me? You barely look... You're looking for work? Ha! That attitude will serve you well around this district. You'd better keep it. I've seen that.
Oh, okay. That was quick. Nice little upgrade right there. Not bad. Okay. I really thought I could start it here, but I'm not seeing NPC. Oh, that's it.
Well met.
Gather. OB areas in common. I guess I could actually go back to the main island. Thank you, Tempest. You said you'll embrace the way of the SK in no time. Doing hamburgers for dinner tonight, chat. I'm excited. Do 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 do. Likely need to get to 15 to 20 though to do it without getting killed. Yeah. Given my DPS group is likely. I might just see shiny and I'm instantly like, yes, pick it up, and I don't need it. Already done the collections here on the island. Actually, will this work here? Yeah, well, okay. We got sunfish. Shrub. Some roots. Shrub. Oh, I got a root from it? Okay. Come on, Jum Jum. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 3 right there. Thank you. We need some elm lumber. Clusters. It's going to be dark out, so I can't see anything. Erudite vision. One severed elm. Creature den. Show me the rawhide. All of the loot that I needed, though. There we go. That was all 3 of them. Need to 10 cluster and 1 more rawhide. Gather some extra. They should make the starter island into a raid zone. I'm telling you, Mr. Steel Rose, if they did some kind of event server where everything was a triple up, it would be some kind of game. Like, you would have to have a group, even at level 1. There's a, well, it's not a raid zone, but there is a part of the signature timeline in Altar of Malice where you go back, but it doesn't look the same. It's all broken. If I remember right. Oh, nice. Darko with the 1500 jackpot. Thank you for that round. You need to hydrate. Cheers. If anything, I'm dehydrating. I got you, Darko. Playing D&D? Gotcha. What am I drinking today? Today is a hazy IPA from Sweetwater Brewery. Oh, he won't let me go back. I have to actually use a bell. I need to return to the trainer to harvest with the harvested items. Or sounds tasty. I'm sticking with the light stuff lately, calorie counting and all that. I got you, man. It's good though. It's been my favorite for a while now. Oh, I'm in south. I need to just go to west. Snookin, what's going on, sir? Happy Sunday. Don't forget to enter up on the channel currency to be like Snookin. Sure, you enter up on the channel currency giveaway. End of every stream, I give away 5,000 copper pieces to one lucky winner. Some people put quotation marks around the lucky part of that, but Miku. The other side. Talking about calorie counting, opened up a can of chicken gumbo soup, 1 serving, 1 cup, 870 milligrams of salt. Good God. Yep. Salt everywhere. Oh, wait, what did I? Yes, please. Yeah. What does it say I need to do? I need to create a simple candelabra using the recipe the tutor. Burning my tongue, eating it, thinking I'm going to eat like a few spoonfuls. Dang, that's a lot of salt. Yeah, it is. Gotta return. Tutor. Wrong side. Level 4 artisan. Create a lead bracelet using the recipe. Workbench. Oh, duh. On crafting. Finish it out for me. Five and 6. Create some jum cider in here first. Ooh, I need liquid and basic kindling. That's astral. Crafting so fancy. Why the sad? You don't like crafting, Johnny? You're not here for the crafting action? Huh?
Finish him!
Finish him. Alright, got that. And now I need to create an great staff and woodworking table, and I must create a 10 hand axe. Bakelite and basic coal. Oh, I don't have any of this. That's turquoise. Just give me 5. Cool. I won. Got it. In. Tastes like iodine. It's cheap preservatives. Yep. You great staff. So I'm gonna need a basic sandpaper. Got it, got it, got it. A word band, huh? I can't say the C word. And if I do say the C word, it adds 5 more minutes to it, so. Oop. Imagine dying from this. What you working on, Reeves? I'm just doing a little manufacturing. Now I need to create a spell scroll shackle. And I'm going to need basic incense. I'm not sure, wait, hold on. Beard Q says, I am sure it's not referred to as manufacturing in-game, but I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. Call it manufacturing. Building supplies. Are you right now? I could be. I am manufacturing right now. Trade skilling. There you go. There you go. Turn to the tutor.
Well met.
I am on my way. Need to create an essence of intercept. There it is. A candle. Good old candle. Rip. 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 Mother. Just finish the stupid thing. Thank you. Just coming back to the game after a couple of days. What is it called when you make stuff? Trade skilling.
Well met.
Is that the word you're looking for, Snookin? You need to create a 10 chainmail coat at the forge and create a rawhide backpack using the sewing table. So I'm going to need a coal. Need a filament. Coat. I might come back to EQ2 Varsoon server. Level 27 wizard, I think. Nice, dude. Seems like it was something different. Don't know what you're talking about. Been playing with combat experience off. Okay. That's interesting. Some people usually do it the other way with quest experience off. I think quest experience off would be more like EQ1, right? Because I don't feel like EQ1 really gave you a lot of quest experience. Create a backpack. Rawhide backpack. Raw. Do 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 do. I like to do the quest and I get levels. Cool. Thought those were the same. They might be. I'm just talking out of my butt. Jofos. What you doing, Jofos? The sewers have some funny quests. You get a lot of them from books. Nice, yeah. I should return with the equipment that I have made. Oh, wrong time. Side again. Darkest Koala says, how long is it? Was it you can't say the word? What was the word again? Well, 9, Artisan Tunic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I can talk to you. And comfortable with it all. Always use the memory refresher. No. Actually, that's not the person I talked to. I talked to the other person. Hail.
Well met.
My name is YOLO. I would like to be outfitter. Thanks and farewell. Hide unusable, hide out leveled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay.
That looks like an awfully expensive pair of
Wow.
boots you have
Yeah,
there,
that was a lot.
friend.
All of the recipes are mine. See what kind of gear we can make ourselves. What do we got? Hydrate, thank you. Cord. Enjoying our local beers while you're watching the stream. It's almost been 10 minutes. Almost. Burlap. Is that what level I'm on? It's level 10, so I need burlap. I only have those though, so I might have to make a set of the other stuff. Cool. These are going to have terrible stats though. Oh, 2 though. That's not that's not bad. I need. What's the difference between thread and sack? Mastercrafted. Okay, so that is going to need raw yarrow. Build bank. Gathering materials. Okay, do some in my arsenal. I don't even know what yarrow looks like. It's a root. I got severed alder. There's yarrow. Okay, I got 10. 10 yarrow. Ah! What else did I need? Sack. Roots, leather. Roots and leather. Hey, what's up, Lizzie Liz? Okay, y'all are getting out of hand. Right? Got the hydrate. We did the word band. We did the second hydrate. Now I can do no jumping. Okay, got on it. On it, boss. I need roots and rawhide leather and basic filament. Think. Gathering materials. I'll do 20 of these. And leather. 20 of those. Okay. We needed, what was the filament? First person mode. Damn it. Filament. By quantity. Let's do 25. What? Tailoring a machine. Zane says crafting FPS. Yep. Sec. Alright, so these I already have though. Already 2 are primary attributes. Shoes. What are my shoes at? No shoes on right now, so we're definitely gonna make these. Actually, what was the mitigation on those? Oh, look here in a minute. Roach, what's going on, man? I'm going to go for now, Rebus. If I win the lotto, then I'll share. Nice. Thank you, Zath. Have a good one, dude. So if anybody's just joining the stream, welcome. Thank you all for coming by and stopping by and hanging out with us. Our bruiser died yesterday. We lost our level 41 bruiser. We also lost our inquisitor and a berserker from the guild, all in one group. Some would say it was my fault. They would be wrong, but they would say it. Not cursed, I promise. Most would agree. But yeah, we died. Had to make new characters, and then that character died at level. The new character died at level 4, and now we're on a Erudite Illusionist. Oh no, what happened? We were mentoring Grugadoon in our Ruins of Varsoon. We pulled a named, respawns happened and killed us. It was pretty bad. You can rewatch the Death and Carnage there if you want to watch it. It was pretty bad and sad all at the same time. I wanted to see what the mitigation on this. So the mitigation is 4 verse 2. Should make those. These are technically better. Cumuli says, I don't blame any one person. It was just something horrific that happened. You can literally, in that video too, you can literally, I see the respawns and I'm like, what the F? Respawns already? And then at that moment, I should have known to like, okay, let's back away from anything that could happen in this room. And yet we continued to fight there, and I just... And then Grugadoon's like, is it okay to use AoE? Like mid-fight. And I was like, no, there's stuff under us. Don't use AoE. But then something started hitting us from under the stairs, so it just went downhill after that. That room respawned really quick, though. Smart me would have feigned death or something, but I was the first one to die, so didn't save us. Gloves. Craft faster. How's the weather down there today? Was 9 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. Our weather currently has been rainy today, but actual temperature wise, 78 right now. 78 degrees right now. It's a cap. Rose asks, are you allowed to log out to save yourself? I mean, that hasn't came up yet, but I don't think you could. I mean, technically you could probably link dead yourself because that saves you from permadeath, but that's kind of against the honor system at that point. That's an old school EQ tactic. Yeah. Yep. Look, my wife is ready to move to Florida without me. Oh no. I live in Florida. It's typically hot all the time with the exception of January and February. Yeah, January and February are our go-to months. Real. Weather's perfect. I would even say into March a little bit. Towards the end of March, it starts to get balmy. Pretty quick. I'm Central Florida, Ravi. So, right in the middle of everything. Get a nice mixture of weather. Do I have sleeves? I do. Mitigation's higher on the crafted stuff. And oh, these are master crafted, that's why. I need the mitigation though. You're also in Central Florida? Nice. I think Sin's talking about betraying Camilo. Moving to Central Florida in a year or two. Yep. How many tornadoes have I seen? Like in person tornadoes? Three or four. When I was on a traveling baseball team, actually we got stuck in a dugout with one around the Nellen area. There was a tornado watch. We were playing a baseball game and they didn't call it for whatever reason. And then all of a sudden, like, it was just chaos. And like the coach pulled us all into the dugout and we were all like huddled on top of each other inside this center block dugout that has like 10 roof on it. And the tornado's coming. And it sounded like a freight train going. Like, it sounded like we were literally just going to get hit by a freight train is what it sounded like. It's terrifying. Do I have pants on? I don't have any pants on. That's interesting. Confirm that Reva streams without pants. This is true. I usually stream in shorts. I mean, to you all though, they could be boxer shorts, or it could be gym shorts, or it could be regular shorts. Y'all don't know. They're shorts. It's not interesting, but also a criminal. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Bring it back. Bring it back. Thank you. Pay attention. You can do it. Good save. As one frustration with starting a new tune is how slow crafting is. Yeah. I have a chess piece on right now. Don't. Hey. Yeah, before you get some AAs, it's abysmal. After orders defend come faster. Yeah. Hello. About 5 minutes, if that. She can come sit with me if she wants. You can't play though right now. Just watch, okay? The real gamer has arrived. You get satisfaction from killing tornado mobs after that happened to you? Not, I mean, that was probably when I was 12, maybe. Like level 4, yeah. Yeah, she's level 3. She's a big level 3 though. How you doing, Isp? Crafting is terrible. It's so slow, isn't it? Hmm? Yeah. Were you trying to see if I was talking to you or them? You gonna wave to them? Wave at the camera. No? Okay. Well, they see you over here. Your messy hair. Oh, I did the robe instead of the chest. Sorry. Alright. Stuff. Right, that's. Well, let's see. Make some. I don't know. Both. So I probably. Alright, so let's just. Can only. Symbol. Symbol.
If you know what's good for you, you didn't see anything. Got it?
And then we'll. Sound good? Okay. And copper. Copper. I'll check the see if I can see. Other material. I can some fur. I have another copper. Oh, sad. Closed. Does anybody in Perma have a copper cluster that they can get? Killing everybody is what happened to the copper? Probably. See how much they are on the broke.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Was I helping you with something?
$7. How much is it just for a copper earring? Thought I could buy it off. Just looking. By the way, how would I join if I wanted to do that? Talking about the which one are you talking about, Coffee? I just need one if somebody wants to put one in the guild. Oh, the permadeath thing? If you wanted to join, just let me know. I'd have to roll you a character, and then you'd make your character on Varsoon, and then we'd get you a guild invite. Thank you. Added to the guild bank. Right there. Some coal. So 4 coal. This. Two of these. I'll roll you coffee. Here, we can do it real quick. Get you added to our sheet. Edger. Not already on the list. Have you done? You haven't done this. Right. Coffee. Coffee. Right. Coffee. Character will be.
All I do is win, no matter
what. Your character is going to be a free blood berserker. Blood berserker. It's not bad. Do you have actually I need to ask. Do you have free blood? You don't have free blood? Okay. You're gonna be a berserker. I'm gonna re-roll, and that will be your race. Okay. So ogre. Yeah, it just started raining outside, didn't it?
Yeah. It's all wet outside.
You're gonna be an ogre berserker, which is good roll. That's good. Gordaki, how do you do this roll thing? So I made a randomizer for it, and I just have the site added as a source in OBS. So when I hide it, it goes away, and then when I unhide it, it does the randomizer. It like refreshes the page and does the roll. Little bits and pieces of code and bits. You want to roll you one? All right. Your sheet. Is Mordecai. And you're going to be playing as a Ixar Inquisitor. Ixar Inquisitor. It's a healer type. Got a few. It's a good one, though. Those are nice. Travis says, I'm super excited to play too. I've never played anything other than a Warden or Shadow Knight, so I can't wait till my computer gets here so I can play something new with Twist. Nice. Norm, what's going on? All right, let me finish this crafting, guys, and then we're gonna do the roll for the copper giveaway at the end. Okay. 2 of these. As fast as I can go again. Put it up. Well done, Sissy. Do. Huh? They're sleeping? Sleeping. One. And then, guys, when you get in game, just let us know on Varsoon, and we'll get you a guild invite. You can do a who all. Our guild name again. You live only once, and somebody online will get you an invite. Just let us know your in-game name. You can also reach out to us over in Discord, and somebody can get you there if there's nobody on right now, or whenever you make your character. Yeah. I know you want to play. Let me finish this, and then I gotta help out. Send with something, then I'll let you play. Huh? Myself? Yeah. Silly. I know, look at me. Whip. And equip. Alright. There. Now we have 2 earrings. We got a full set of gear. We do need an upgraded weapon. And a data brain. And some jewelry. Actually, we just need 1 finger and 2 wrist items. Actually, 1 wrist item. Belt. Not too bad. Taking interest in the game. She just likes flying around. She likes flying and talking to the other NPCs in the game. She has her own conversations with them. Who? Okay, gotcha. Hold on. Look, there anybody else that's on right now? This is perma and no outside assistance, no banks or trading. You can use banks. Yeah, you can group with other people as well. Just, I usually try to give them a heads up that I'm playing a different rule set. So please be careful, you know? But for pickup groups, it's usually safer to just group with other permadeath characters, at least one other permadeath character, so somebody in the group knows what you're going. You can use banks, shared bank between permadeath characters only. So say this character dies, Coffee, whatever's in the shared bank can be passed to the next character. Understand? So like put all your money in the bank on your shared bank, put any gear upgrades that you might possibly not need right now or anything like that. Put that in the shared bank, because pass that to your next character. All right, I'm gonna hop over to Kale Draco real quick. Does anybody need anything before I get out of here? I'm gonna help Sen get to his place that he need to go to Lava Storm. All right, I'm gonna log to Kale Draco. Almost there.
Oh, like him.
Oh, you like him?
Yeah. That's so scary.
Scary? Why do you like him if he's scary? He's...
Whoa.
Yep. All right. Need to go to Lava Storm. Lava Storm. Fly around, you can come to Storm.
Oh, she'll die.
Is there any point that the permadeath character is no longer permadeath? Is there any point that a permadeath character is no longer permadeath? If you decide to, like, if you die and decide that you want to keep the character, Mordecai, then it's, you know, it's whatever. Am I answering that right? Just let the guild know, though, so what we planned on doing, we haven't done it yet. Really, the guild was only formed for permadeath, so if you're not participating in the permadeath, we were having people leave the guild. But we have talked about maybe opening the guild up to non-permadeath characters and maybe just doing a ranking system to show who's participating in the permadeath versus not. I just haven't done it yet. So, like, if it comes down to it, just let me know. Talk to the community about it and see how we want to handle it. Bio, thank you for that follow. Welcome. Where'd you need me to go, Sen?
That's sad.
The Soul Eye. Did you need me to go all the way down to like level, what is it, level 3 or 6 or something like that? I can't remember. Okay. You need the porter down there. Got it.
Should you wish death, you found it.
All right. Clear.
Let me try.
Oh, wow, man. I've never thought of the permadeath in an MMO. That is captivating as I love hardcore MMOs and ARPGs. I've never played EQ2, though. Might be tough. It is pretty tough, especially if you're brand new to EQ2. It'd be really tough. Permadeath's been fun. They Dungeons and Dragons Online, I think, is the one that I originally saw. They have like their own server that's dedicated to hardcore. Um, I've seen other streamers do self-sufficient um challenges and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's been around. People do it all the time. It's just it's something that's very it takes a lot of time and effort to go into it. Not that. Where'd it go in my I'm just gonna log out here.
Die.
Well, let me finish the stream and play, okay? Yeah, solo self-found can be fun. Yeah. Like I said, it's more of a time sink. And the reason we came up with this, the reason we came up with this was when I just needed something else other than just the stagnant level up and move on kind of scenario, right? Like the permadeath was always joked about in the channel, but then the community got really serious about it and was like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm like, okay, let's put it together. What?
Turn.
Yeah. Another character. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for watching here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for a great stream today. Had a great stream yesterday as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Yizane. Don't forget to enter up on the channel currency giveaway. You can type !enter, and that'll put you in for a chance at winning 5,000 copper pieces. You can use the copper pieces to buy sound effects on the stream and play the mini games in chat. Guys, I'm about to roll that winner just a second here. Let me get to the right window. Right. I'm going to give you all 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tempest entered up. All right. I'm going to close the giveaway. Type faster. All right, it's closed. Entries have stopped, and the winner today is Freddie Ruxpin. Congrats, Freddie. Way to go, sir. I go ahead and give. Man, this crap is rigged. It's not rigged, Roach. That. Freddie. 5,000 copper, not 6. 5,000 copper. Giveaway. All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Y'all stay safe out there. Next playing stream is Tuesday, okay?
Man, this crap is rigged.
Tuesday evening, right around 7 Eastern. For the new people that are here, stream days are Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays, I go live around 6:37 p.m. Eastern. Saturdays and Sundays, we're usually live around 12:30 to 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys? So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Be good humans to each other, please. And we'll be back here Tuesday evening, all right? Everybody, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you all for the support today. Vile, thank you for the follow. Bearded Cutie, thank you for the follow. Tup, thank you for the 12 months of support. Rith Ram, thank you for the follow. And B Travi, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys. Appreciate all the support. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Don't be afraid to reach out to us in Discord, YouTube, whatever else you want to reach out to us at, all right? Thank you guys.
Telling me that I should throw it all away. Fight so hard, my heart is hardly helpless. Find myself so desperate on my knees to break. And I hear the voice of an angel telling me not to lay down. And I feel the spirit guiding, telling me not to give up. Hold on to every promise I've been praying for at night. I hold on to every goal that won't surrender, not tonight. The shadow rises, I walk through the valley, but I won't let nothing take my heart away. I recognize the powers as they rally. Golden names, I break them one by one and face to face. And I hear the voice